If you're not unlocked all the engineers in Colonia, then stay tuned, because I will fly you all the way to Colonia. I'll give you all the information you need so you're well prepared. You can unlock all the engineers, get them leveled up, get the blueprints pinned, and once you're done, I will fly you back home to the bubble. We've all tried it. You're sitting down for a nice, relaxing mining trip. You undock, you get to the build, and you forgot your limpets. Presenting the Remember Your Limpets mark from the Down to Earth store. With this mark, you'll have a nice bright sign right in your face, reminding you to restock your limpets. Check out this and many other products at d2astore.com. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous with Down to Earth Astronomy. So as many of you will know, I have been planning a trip to Colonia because I want to go out and unlock the engineers, and I figured I would take as many of you guys with me as possible. This video is gonna be a breakdown of everything you need to do, when you need to do it, where you need to be, and all that good stuff. I'm gonna answer all the questions. First of all, we're gonna be flying on the D2A Northstar, and for those of you who are not familiar with fleet carrier travels, fleet carriers are cross-platform. That means regardless of whether you are on PC, Xbox, or PlayStation, you can join. You just have to be docked at the fleet carriers at the right times, and you don't have to be logged in doing the actual flight. You have to be logged in, log off, and then I'll do all the flying while you're offline. When you come back online, you will hopefully be in Colonia. So the first thing I really recommend you do before you join the trip is that you join the Discord server, because this is where I will be posting all of the links you need. I'll be posting updates on where we are on the trip. If anything happens, if I have to make a diversion, if we get delayed, then I will post all that information over on Discord. So what you do is you go to discord.d2ea.com, or you go into Discord itself. You're gonna go in and you're gonna click join server, and you're gonna join the D2EA server. As the invite link is all you write, just D2EA, click join server, and you should get an invite to the server. Once you're on the server, you'll have access to the welcome start here channel, where you're gonna type rank, and then followed the platform you're playing on. You will see here that the bot will give you a welcome message, and you can copy and paste the commands here. Once you've done that, all you need to do is to head over to the bot spam channel, and then you're gonna add yourself to the Colonia trip, as you can see people are already beginning to do here. And the way you do that is you type, just as people are doing here, rank Colonia trip. And you can see here now I left the Colonia trip group because I already a member of it, so I'm just going to type it again to rejoin, and I'm now part of the Colonia trip, and I will get notifications now. And you can find all the information here on the D2A events. There is a channel called Colonia Trip Info. Here you can see the flight plan. You can see a pre-flight checklist you need to complete if you want to be able to actually unlock the engineers. We're going to go through that in a second. I have recommended pins, what blueprints I recommend to pin when you're out there, and also the information about the rank if you forgot. So first of all, let's take a quick look at the flight plan, as you can see here on Discord. First of all, we have the name of the carrier, D2A Northstar, and we have the ID number as well, so that we're absolutely sure you're on the right carrier. The trip will be starting in LP 547-5159. This is the Terra X home system, and we're going to depart on the 25th of February at 8 o'clock in-game time. And this is, you can see here, that's when we're leaving the home system. So you need to be docked at the fleet carrier by that time. It's going to be a 2-day trip out there because I don't plan to sit and jump straight for 15 hours. So we're going to take a break at the Collection of Wonders. This is a wonderful system to explore. You can visit the system. You can take some cool screenshots. There's like neutron stars and white dwarfs and rings around them. Beautiful system. There's no limit to how many people can be on board the fleet carrier. So I could take all the people in the Elite if I wanted to. And the only limit there is that I can only have 40 ships per person. So you can bring up to 40 ships, that's it. Should be more than enough, I would say. But we're going to take a break there. I'm planning that we're going to arrive here around 1700 in the Collection of Wonders. And then the next day, this is on Friday, the 26th of February, we're going to be leaving the Collection of Wonders again at 8 a.m. in the morning, in-game time. And we're going to be arriving in Colonia at 1700 in-game time. And from here you now have, this is on Friday by the way, you have the whole weekend to go and unlock. The only thing you need to worry about is the trip back from Colonia to LP, where we on Monday, the 1st of March, will be leaving again at 8 o'clock, and then we'll be going to Collection of Wonders, we'll be there at 17, and we'll be leaving again on Tuesday at 8, and at 1700 in-game time, we'll be back in LP again, as you can see here. There are other things happening over the weekend. If you are quick and fast to unlock the engineers, there are other things you can do. I'm planning 2 excursions. As you can see here, I have one on Saturday and I have one on Sunday, where at 1600 in-game time, I'll be leaving Colonia again, and I'll be flying out on Saturday to the World of Death, where you can orbit. It's like a little planet orbiting a white dwarf, and you can go into the comb. You might have seen shots from it in my live stream intro, where you see that white dwarf coming overhead. That's taken from the World of Death. You can go out and you can experience that for yourself, shoot some cool videos, stuff like that. Same thing on Sunday, again leaving at 1600, and then we'll fly out to the 11G planet. We'll stay out there for 4 hours, where you can go around, play around in some high G worlds if you want to, and then I'm going to jump back, and again around midnight we're going to be at the fleet carrier. It does mean that if you are planning to be online Sunday evening, do keep in mind that the fleet carrier is not in Colonia Sunday evening. It will be there at midnight in game time. So that means you have those 8 hours gap there from when it arrives back till 8 o'clock the next morning to get on the fleet carrier if you want to take the trip back home. But those are just bonus excursions, and of course optional. You don't have to join those. Those are just for people who like exploring and want to come. So even if you do not want to unlock engineers, there's still something for you to do out there. As I said, there is also a pre-flight checklist of stuff you need to do, because if you want to unlock the engineers, you have to complete this list of tasks in order. And I've split the list up in two, so I put X's on whether this task can be done in the bubble or in Colonia. So basically all the stuff that you have here that has X in the bubble is stuff you can do before the trip. So what you can do here is you just go up to files, and you basically gotta download a copy of it. Here you go, download, and you can download it whatever format you like. I go in Excel or open document format if you prefer that. But download a copy of this so you have your own copy. You cannot edit this. This is a view-only copy you're going to get access to, so you have to download your own copy. There are checkboxes out here you can fill in. But let's start with going through the list here for Mel Brandon, where we first need to unlock Elvira Matuk. Elvira Matuk is public knowledge, you can see here. So you will already know about her if you head over here to your panel and go into engineers. You'll be able to see her in here, and here you will also see the list of tasks that you need to complete in order to unlock her. But what you need to do in order to unlock her is to first fly at least 300 light years away from your career start. You just pick a direction and fly 300 light years and then come back, and that should be it. Next, you need to get the Sunhill relic. By the way, this is Inara I'm using, inara.cz, recommended. And then you need to provide her with 3 units of Sunhill relic. So we're just going to open up that. Then we're going to go to best export, and we can see here that in the Enduri system is the only place you can buy it. You can see the name of system and station here. Once you get it to level 3, you will learn about Mel Brandon, and that's already checked up the 2 first one. Looking at Mel Brandon, we can see here that we have already gotten the knowledge from her. Next, you need to gain an invite from the Colonia Council. You can't do this in the bubble. The Colonia Council, as you can see here, is a faction that is only in Colonia. There's a lot of systems out in the Colonia area. So what you can do to unlock those is either just run some missions for them once we get to Colonia, or if you want to speed it up, what you can do is you can collect exploration data and then head to any of the stations they own. You can see a list of them down here as we scroll down the list, and dock at any of them and sell your exploration data there. By doing that, you level up with them quite a bit quicker, and you avoid spending time running that many missions. So that's really recommended. Just go and hand in some exploration data. So you can either do that in the bubble. This is why you can see here on the list that becoming allied via this say something you have to do out there. You can prepare it in the bubble by collecting your exploration data already. Just remember, if you die, you lose that data, so don't do that. You need to provide 100,000 credits worth of bounty vouchers. Once again, you can pre-collect these in the bubble if you want to. You will see here that this has access in both the bubble and Colonia, mean you can do it in either places. Then you need to level up Mel Brandon, same business as usual. So remember to stock up on your engineering materials. If you're in doubt how to get engineering materials, go to the Commander's Toolbox, which we have here. Go into the material finder. This is on commanders with an S, toolbox.com. If you go here to the material finder, you'll get a list of all the different materials. So if you're looking for something specific, you can just go in here. But I recommend stacking up, like do a few loops at Dav's Hope. The last thing you need to do is to pin the blueprint. Now, when it comes to pinning blueprints, if we head back to Discord, you saw here I have recommended pins. I also have a video, which I will link up in the more info icon, so you can go and watch that, on what blueprints I recommend you pin. The master here, we need to unlock the Dweller. The Dweller is unlocked through the deal with 5 black markets. An easy way to do this is to head into Imperial space and then buy Imperial slaves, because those are not considered illegal goods in Imperial space. So you can just buy those off the market and then fly them into Federal space where they are considered illegal goods. Then go over here to the map. We're gonna put this by service, and we're gonna be looking for systems that contains a black market. And now we can see here all the systems lighting up in red will have a station with a black market. And finally, you just need to pay him 500,000 credits. Then you need to get an exploration rank of Surveyor. If we quickly check the list over on the wiki, you can see here Surveyor is only the, 4th rank. And you need 1.1 million in exploration data, so basically scanning 1 Earth-like, and you're good to go if you sell that data. And the final thing is you need to mine at least 10 units of osmium. And you can see on the list, I say you can do it at either location. Of course, if you're mining these in the bubble, you will have to carry them in your cargo hold. So you need to carry those with you. These osmium can only be mined, so you have to go into a metallic ring. So find a pristine reserve metallic ring and just go prospect, look for osmium, and just mine 10 tons of osmium. Next up, just as before, you find any blueprint, you leveled it up, so you get it to level 5, and you pin whatever blueprint you want. So for the next engineer, we first need to unlock this rider. This rider, we can see here, you need to get friendly with the Blue Mafia, and you can see all the systems they are in. So head to any of these systems and then pick up missions for them and just hand in missions for reputation. Then you need to provide 200 metric tons of landmines to this rider. And again here on Inara, we just click it and go to best export. And now we see a list of all the stations in Elite that are selling landmines and what price. You can see they're relatively inexpensive. Now, for this guy, you're going to need a trade rank of dealer. Now, just as before, it's a relatively low rank. You need 800,000 in total trade profit. And remember, mined material counts as trade profit as well. And then finally, you need to provide 25 units of occupied escape pods. When it comes to collecting occupied escape pods, it's quite easy out in Colonia, actually. If you go to the Luciani system, same system as we have Mel Brandon, and out here we can see we have it here. We have Colonia right over here, like 19 light years away. If you go in here, you bring collector limpets, and you bring a hatchbreaker limpet controller, all of which you can buy at the Jack station in Colonia, so you can buy all this stuff out here. If you go back and you head out to the system, and you actually head to the same planet where you find the engineer, you will see a persistent, see there's the engineering base right there, and out here you will find a persistent distress call. This will always be here. It's not like a signal source that will only spawn sometimes. It's always here. Here you will see a mega ship. Target the mega ship, and then we're gonna find our data link scanner. Here it is. We're quickly gonna data link scan the mega ship itself. There we go. And if we go over here to contacts, we will see that there is escape hatches on this. We're gonna data link scan that as well. That's gonna give us a sub-target where you can see here it's a limpet docking port. We're gonna take that. We're gonna find our hatch breaker. That's gonna dock with the escape hatch and hatch break it. And out comes a whole lot of cargo. And if we go back here to contacts, you can see that the cargo that came out here, amongst other things, does include occupied escape pods. And for the final engineer, first we need to unlock Todd the Blaster. Again, he is common knowledge. Earn more than 15 bounty vouchers. That means head into a Hashmas site, kill at least 15 ships. Can be just 15 sidewinders, that's fine. And then you have completed that step. And then finally you need to provide 100,000 credits in bounty vouchers. So while you're killing those 15 ships, you will most likely collect those 100,000 bounty vouchers. So go ahead and donate those 100,000 credits to him. Now for petrol, you're gonna need a combat rank of expert. Just as before, it's a very low rank expert. You can get that very, very quickly. And the final thing we need is a bit of a problem actually. And these are these procrastinator cells. Procrastinator, yeah, I think that's how they're pronounced. But as you can see here, we go to again, check them out, best export. They're readily available on a long list of stations. And even if we go and we search up where they're available near Colonia, we can see there is a few stations, not too many, but there's like 6 stations around the Colonia area that are selling them. Right now, if I sum this up, we need 200 of them. There is enough at the time of this recording, there's enough of these stuff in Colonia for 230 people. For the Top of the Galaxy trip, we were around 200 people joining that trip. So that means if nobody brings it from the bubble, you might run into trouble, and we might actually completely empty the market of these things. So therefore, I do recommend that you buy these in the bubble and you bring them with you. The unfortunate part is that it means that the 2 days that it takes us to fly out there, you will have to stay in a ship that has at least 200 tons of cargo to carry these. And if you die, they're gone. It is a bit unfortunate you can't get them in Colonia if you do not have a ship with that capacity, but just keep in mind that depending on how many people we're going to be, I have no idea how many people we'll be, we might see a problem with supply out in Colonia. And then, of course, final thing is just level up Petra, pin the blueprint you want, and again, remember to stock up on engineering materials in the bubble.